Afternoon troops, here we are, 48-hour session in search of carp and catfish, so hopefully we'll get a bit of action, a bit more than the last video, but you never, there's no guarantees. That's why it's called fishing and not catching. Yeah, I've nipped over the border into Cambridgeshire and I'm going to fish a lake I've never fished before. It's got a few islands, reed beds, say it holds carp to 30, cats to 60, so that's what we're aiming for. When I worked this morning, all my gear in the car, 4 o'clock, left for work, finished work at 1:30 and I was here at 2, so I've just set up, got everything ready. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, got 3 rods out. Well, my first effort's going to be for the carp, so I've got 3 rods out with carp baits on, but I should probably put a catfish rod, bring one of them in later and turn it into a catfish rod, put a new rig on it and play that down the margin somewhere along the reed beds in the evening. So yeah, we're hopefully we're going to catch a few fish. 48 hours, let's see if we can catch 48 fish. Yeah, I'll run through I'll break down all the swim with you as usual. Say it's a Cambridgeshire Lake day ticket, so gonna see what I can do. Got a couple of days and then home to do some chores to pay for the fishing. That's how much your fishing costs, how much you have to do when you get home. So let me run through the swim with you. As I say, I've got 3 rods out and I've got all bottom baits on, but I'll run through and explain as I go through the swim with you. Well, that's the island directly in front of me, well, just to my right. Really looking forward to this. Oh, I'm always looking forward to it. We're fishing, ain't we, troops? That's all that matters. So yeah, so another day, another lake, and what we have is 3 rods set up. The left hand rod towards that island, bottom bait, inline lead, blowback rig, nutritional bait development boilie MPT1 with a little PVA mesh of crushed boilies. Middle rod is just right in that little inlet. Right there. And that is a Pro Sushi boilie, bottom bait, inline lead, circle hook, curved hook. That's the rig. Curved hook. A little bit of silicone on the hook, keep that hair tangle free. Nutritional baits development. Pro Sushi boilie. And the right hand rod is bang centre middle channel at the moment, between the islands and my bank. Inline lead, blowback rig, and that is a pelican squid boilie, and it's boosted with a bit of bait dip. All 3 baits have a little PVA mesh bag with them, crushed boilies and some pellets and a few other goodies. I ain't putting a lot of bait in straight away. See, there's a lot of anglers on here, so let's see a lot of baits. I'm just going to do individual hook, single hook baits, little bag to make them attractive, and see what I do. Of course that could all change with all fluid. But weather's supposed to be quite mild overnight, 6 or 7 degrees, maybe 8, as warm as 8, so that's not too bad. High teens during the day. As you can see from the sky, we've had a few clouds and a few bits of spots of rain, but nothing major. It was quite chilly when I first got here. Now the sun looks like it's going to break out and burn me to a crisp. Yeah, so I'm the only one on this side of the bank at the moment, but it is leading up to a bank holiday weekend, so hopefully my 2 days will beat the rush. There we go. I'll give her a quick weigh and put her back. I'll let you know what she is. £13.5. Good start to the session. It wouldn't be a fishing for pleasure video without the swans, would it? They follow me everywhere. Number 2 of the session. That was a little dumpy mirror. £11 1 ounce. What a glorious evening. So we've been fishing 4 or 5 hours. Had 2 fish, both on the right hand rod, Pro Sushi, 18mm, very close to the island. Small PVA mesh bag, mixed pellet, crushed boilie and ground bait. And they've been, as you'd expect, lightning runs, well hooked, and a little bit of silicone tubing on a curved hook does the world of good with that hair. Kicks that hair out just slightly away from the curve of the hook. Makes a good little hook hold. And I've had a couple of liners on my middle rod. I've got Bellican squid on that now. The poser for me to work out now is the right hand rod producing because of the bait or because of the location. We'll soon find out as the session progresses. What a wonderful evening, eh, troops? It is so great to be out on the bank. I love it. There's my catfish rig. 3 pellets, long hair, curved hook, 30-pound hook length. Let's see what it brings. Well, darkness is fast approaching, troops. I'll keep filming as long as I can if I'm catching, obviously. But during the night, I'm afraid I'm only one man in a mobile phone. I'm not a professional outfit. Production values and can spend hundreds and thousands of pounds on lighting for night time. So we'll keep filming as long as we can. As long as we're trying to catch, we'll keep going. The light's not bad for this time of year. The sunset is obscured by the clouds, but it's absolutely gorgeous. So what we're going to do is, as I say, we'll take stills throughout the night and I'll pin them on the end of this little chat. Let's hope I don't get any sleep. Morning, troops. Oh, glorious morning. Well, how did the night go? We had a very busy night, 6 runs, 5 fish. It was a good night, the cats, I had one on my dedicated cat rod on lunch and meat at 4 o'clock in the morning. That was just under the 20. Had one in the night on the Bellican squid bottom bait, As a kitten, that was only about £12. And then on the Pro Sushi, I had 2 carp, 1 common, just about a double, and the other one a small pasty. But you know, and then I lost one, got weeded up on one in the reeds, lost that, so I don't know what that was, but I mean it was in the reeds before I picked the rod up, so I can't say it was huge or it run me, all the way in there. It was instant. I was out, got the rod, but it was more or less in the reeds before I picked the rod up, so don't even know what it was, don't even know what size it was. But and it was really misty last night. Some of the photos, I struggled to get a decent photo. It was really, it started off clear sky, and then the mist and the fog descended, and it was really wet, dank, that horrible, when your head torches on and all you can see is water droplets everywhere. That's what it was like. But I really enjoyed the night. So, as I say, it's a glorious morning. I've got my porridge pot on, got the kettle on for a cup of coffee, can have some breakfast, and then I'm going to sit out in this glorious morning. It looks like it's going to be a scorcher, or a scorcher for April. They reckon it's going to be, could be 16, 17 degrees today, so sun hat, sunglasses, on the bank. What more could you ask for? A few fish, we've had some already, so yeah, we're all raring to go this morning. Really a joy to be on the bank. Morning troops, yeah, we just had to move around with the rods. It's 10 o'clock and we had a run all morning since it got light. So I'm hoping it's not really a nighttime walk, otherwise this old man ain't going to get much skip. So yeah, I've repositioned the rods, new PVA mesh bags out. Also put some boosted juice on the PVA mesh to match the hook bait. I've still got a lunch meat on the margin rod, hoping for some cats. Sun hats on, sunglasses are on. It's a lovely warm day. It's April. Yep. So now we're at, what do you do for a long session during the day? I mean, between bites. I mean, it's quite busy here. There's a lot of anglers, but there's no noise, which I like. Some day ticket venues to go to, you can hear radios and all sorts, but there's no drunken idiots, nothing. So it's all been good. I had a busy night last night, and I'm hoping for a busy day, but at the moment, no joy. I've just air dried my boilies, so they're all defrosted, air dried and bagged up. I made a mistake in my last outing. I said I've got my air dry bags from Lidl's, two for £1. They're not, the 2 for 49p. The wife soon put me right on that, so I've bought another load. Why not? Cheapest chips. They hold a lot of boilies, so they're great. Don't know how long they'll last, but 49p for 2. I'm going to carry on using them. And as I say, I've repositioned the baits. I'm all raring to go. Someone said to me in one of the comments that I sound a bit dull and a bit slow and a bit quiet. Should be more lively and ooh with it. But what I mean. I'm in my mid-50s, so I ain't going to start acting like a teenage pensioner. Plus, I don't like to make too much noise on the bank, and I'm new to this game and I feel a bit self-conscious sometimes. You're sitting there and you're doing a little chat on camera, and then you're thinking, can anyone hear me? I think he's a freak's talking to himself. But yeah, so it's all getting used to it. But yeah, I might be a bit quiet and a bit slow, but I'd rather be that on the bank than a noisy bugger. That's the way I look at it. The enthusiasm's there, you know, the keenness is there. Got to catch fish, want to catch fish. So we've had a few, but I want a few more. I want something decent. I did read the carp in here go up to 30, so you know, I'll be happy with anything over 20 really. All this is I'm not had to break any records or any PBs. I've got a few days off work and I want to catch some fish. Now there's a venue I've been tackling all last spring. I didn't have a bite on it. It's a hard water. I could have gone there, you know, and I'll regret it if I see someone's caught on there, but yeah, I just got a couple of days off work, so I just wanted a bit of action and a bit of bend in the rod, and I've got that so far. We've got that so far. Let's see if we can catch some more. Well, first one of the morning, troops. Very nice to get off the mark. Dumpy mirror, dumpy common rather. Lovely fish. Another double just, little dumpy common, £10, 5 ounces. Not too bad. First one of the morning. Bellicam squid, bottom bait, and that's from the blowback rig. Is there some more? That's 13.9, another load double. Nice looking mirror. Waited a long time for that, just reposition the baits and wallet. There we go, another mirror, another load double. Soon be dark again, troops. Place a head camera for a head torch. I thought I'd have had something this evening while the light levels were dropping, but no joy so far. I'll leave the baits in situ, not going to tinker with them. They're on good spots, they're well presented. Just got to hope that something decent comes along. I mean, don't get me wrong, catching fish is catching fish, but you know, something a bit different from a low double would be nice. But it's not the end of the world, is it? And it's a beautiful evening. Hardly a breath of wind, quite mild. You would have thought it was perfect for a bite. So let's have a look at this lake before it gets dark. Once again, the margin rod has been placed down along that reed bank. Pellets soaked in sardine oil. Middle rod, the point of that island where them little reeds are sticking out, just off them, and the right hand rod just in that little hollow there. I was confident, but at the moment, no cigar. Let's see what the night brings. Troops. Well, that was a quiet night. I don't know what I was expecting. Night before we had a run sort of every hour, hour and a half. Last night I had 2 liners before midnight. That was it. Slept like a baby. Which is unusual for me. I'm a pretty light sleeper, which probably means no one else on the lake had a run either, because I would have heard. So I don't like to lay in a bivvy all morning. So I was up first thing, repositioned the rods, changed one of the rods, my dedicated catfish rod, as it was getting light and I had no cats during the night. I thought, well, is that a wasted rod? I mean, you can catch cats during the day in the margins and stuff, but I thought I took the plunge, and I've changed the rig. I've put a multi-rig on there, and I've got a pop-up just off the left-hand side of the island. I'll show you the spot in a second. I thought, you know, am I wasting my time? So I've got my left-hand rod is now changed this multi-rig pop-up, so we're hoping for carp really for the remainder of the day. What I've got left, it's Good Friday, so I don't want to be too late getting home, otherwise I'll be in serious bother with the missus. But we're good to go at the moment. I'm pretty wide awake. I've had a good rest. It's not what I wanted. I'd rather been all blurry eyed and knackered. As I said, I've been kept up all night. I've got loads of stills to show you, but no. So we're yes, I say, I've repositioned the rods, changed one rig, also made up all my PVA mesh for the day. Bagged them up, you know, got them all ready. They're in my stick mix bucket all ready to go if I need to recast. So I like to keep busy. Got everything really settled for the day. I've had my coffee, I've had my porridge pot with cherries and berries. Alright, fancy one. And yeah, so I'll show you when my left hand rod's gone. Yeah, so I'm just there, tip of that tree, the shadow, follow that dead centre where the reed shadow meets the tree shadow. That's where my bait is. So it's multi-rig, a little bit off the island for the first chuck. I didn't want to get too tight in case it's really shallow or weedy in there. See how we go. I might edge it a bit closer next cast. That's the multi-rig. Bait's popped up about 1.5 inches off the bottom. Mine's held down with split shot. Tungsten putty I tend to see comes off. I don't like throwing money away, so pin it down with a split shot. Middle rod, it's the point of that island as it's always been throughout the trip, and the right hand rod is tight to that island. And sadly, the rest of the day was fruitless. Bright, sunny, hot conditions. The world and his brother turned up. There wasn't standing room on the lake. It was packed. Good Friday. It was mobbed. So I stuck it out till 2 o'clock, but no joy, no more fish. And I did promise one subscriber, Mike, that I'd film a segment about my inline rigs and how I tie them. Sadly, there were so many people on the bank, I felt a bit self-conscious, so I'll do it next time for you, mate. Thanks for watching, everyone. Really do appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, doesn't cost anything, doesn't annoy you, just means that it helps YouTube push my videos. I would appreciate it, thank you. Thanks for watching, see you next time on the bank.